Welcome back to AM Northwest. You know, the only thing better than a frosted sugar cookie is a vegan frosted sugar cookie during the holidays. That's according to our producer, Tammy. Here to share her delicious recipe, we welcome back the author of Sanctuary Chef, our vegan national treasure, Amy Webster, and that's according to everybody.
Yes,
everybody.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Hi, Helen.
So tell me about this, because normally frosted sugar cookies aren't vegan.
Right. Yes, I think traditionally we're used to using, dairy butter and milk, but it's a really easy swap.
Okay.
And you can still get these delicious cookies. So
and they're so cute.
Yeah, thank
My
you.
goodness.
Yeah, it's really, really easy. So I'm going to use the soy milk, but you can use almond milk. Really, in the sugar cookie itself, there aren't really eggs traditionally, so you don't have to worry about that.
All right.
But you do need to replace the butter in the milk. So I'm going to use just a vegan cultured butter. Instead of just the margarine kind, I like a cultured kind. So where it's a cultured milk turned into butter. So it's more closely aligned with dairy butter, and it will make it nice fluffy cookies. So I've already added my sugar because I want to get this started, and then we're going to add some of the liquid stuff. I want to tell you about this though. So I have a little bit of cornstarch in this recipe, but if you mix it with the soy milk first, it'll adhere to it, and then that way it's easier to mix it in later. So
gotcha.
I'm going to add that in, and then we're going to add we'll just do the liquids for now.
Okay.
So a little bit of, I'm using agave, and that's vanilla. Thank you.
That's the vanilla. Okay,
yes.
Gotcha. And then this must be the agave.
Yes, yes, agave. And if you don't have agave, corn syrup, but I do like agave.
Can't get it in there.
I know. You just have a tiny window.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. And then we're going to mix this up and make it nice and smooth with these wet ingredients, and then just add in the flour and the dry ingredients. So I just have a little baking powder and salt.
Yeah.
So if you want to put that right in the flour.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, put in the and then we'll mix all that in.
You want me to mix this up in here?
Well, yeah, a little bit, I guess. Yeah, and then we can.
It doesn't matter, though, does it?
Yeah, not really.
Okay.
Now, at this point, we don't.
I don't want to waste my time.
I know. Well, we don't want to mix
all at once.
Yeah, you can do it all at once.
Okay.
You don't want to mix it too much, because once you add in baking, it's all chemistry. Once you add the liquid to the dry, that chemical reaction starts. So I'm just going to mix it enough to get it together and get a good dough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Now, the thing is, now I've kind of broken down the butter. So what I like to do is roll it out, and then I'm going to put it on a flat surface, and I put it in the fridge and I chill it. For about, an hour overnight.
Okay.
That way it kind of firms up, and then you've got, you let this kind of settle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So that's what we do. All
yeah.
right.
I mean, I could keep going with this, but I just wanted to show you what the dough.
Okay, so let's go with this one now.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So now we can do the fun part, which is cut out the shapes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So this is the fun part. So cut out any kind of cookie shapes that you want, and we'll put them on the pan, and it's just so easy and fun. But the dough is, you want it to be nice and firm, but not too dry.
Okay.
And then, see, that's what I do. Perfect. You put your fingers right in the ends so that if you push it out in the middle, then part of it breaks off.
Yeah.
See, you're a pro already, and that's what I do. Yes.
Let's see here. I'm trying to make sure I use as much of the dough as possible without wasting it.
Yeah, and these
we can.
The cookie cutters are not to scale, too, because candy canes are usually a little smaller than a tree, but.
That's okay. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Thank you. Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's a snowflake if you want to use that too. I mean, you don't have to, but equal time here.
Right. Okay.
Now, the thing about frosting, sugar cookies, is that some people really like a classic frosting, and you can just make a regular classic frosting, and you can just kind of, once they're baked, you can kind of, rub them on however you would, like with a spatula, and just apply them. And then just sprinkles and stuff, right?
Okay.
I like to do a royal frosting. So I'm going to start with that over here. Yep.
Okay.
And move this in.
So you've got powdered sugar.
Yeah, powdered sugar.
Okay.
Now it kind of comes together. This is flour for the rolling.
Oh, yeah.
So some agave. Okay. Now again, if you could use, if you wanted some corn syrup. The only benefit to having corn syrup over agave is that you see that the agave is a little bit darker.
Yeah.
And if you want that bright white frosting.
Yes, look at that.
And that's why I do the white before I add the vanilla, because my vanilla is dark as well. So yeah, and then a little bit of plant milk. So now you want to start a little bit, because you don't want to, if you go too crazy, then it's going to be too loose, and it'll roll right off the sides, which is really tasty, but it just doesn't make the presentation as nice.
I got what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
that's perfect. You're doing really great. It's coming together, and then you can
look at
kind of
that.
judge. Like, I want it to be thicker to start. A lot of people will start and pipe the edges with a little baggie. So I want to show you. So you take one of these bags.
Yeah.
You put it over a pint glass, and then you can cut at the tip how big you want the, how much you want to come out.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's looking really good. You want a little bit more?
Yeah, I think so.
It's kind of
sticking.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's always better to start small because you never know.
You
But
could
once you
put
have
too much in.
right, exactly. And once you have this in, you can. A lot of people like to pipe the edges.
Okay.
Oh, see, that's perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
And then what you have.
Look at all these great colors.
Yes,
have,
you
too.
can do, food coloring there's so many different kinds of food coloring.
Sure.
There's powders now, but once you have it in the bag, you have I have a little hole cut, but I've got it really thick because I don't like to do 2 steps. Some people will take the cookie.
Do you want me to?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Now that you've got
and they'll
that,
go to the edges with a thicker, and then they'll add a little bit of water or plant milk, and they'll make it thinner to fill in the inside.
Oh.
Well, I don't want to do that.
You show me how you do it.
Okay, I like it thick, and what I do is I kind of just go to the edges, like not all the way, and then.
Because the way you have these Christmas trees decorated is so
Oh,
fantastic.
thank
Look
you. Well, that's what I wanted you to say.
at that.
I mean,
Oh,
that's
and then
all
you
I
fill it
needed.
in. Then you fill it in.
Yeah, see, and normally it's easier if you just if it's thinner, but what I do is I kind of just get some of it on there, and you can make this thicker frosting. Some people like the frosting to cookie ratio to be pretty close. So,
That
however,
is so good.
yeah, thank you, really?
I don't know how you could tell that it's vegan.
Right.
I don't think there's any.
Right, because you feel so good about it, that's
Yeah,
how.
yeah. I
But
love
see, then
it.
you take
That's
some
right.
sort of a tool and you push it to the edge.
Push it to the edge.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
And then
Oh,
sprinkles.
love it.
Yeah.
We're going to put the recipe on our website. Of course, her book is titled Sanctuary Chef.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Amy
Helen.
Webster. All right, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Don't go away. So good.